Stardom 101. Stardom 101. Stardom 101.
Stardom 101.
It's the Stardom 101 magazine podcast. Shining light on today's tastemakers
and innovators.
Kicking it with your host, Christopher Boykin.
It's the Stardom 101 magazine podcast.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stardom 101 magazine podcast, where we highlight rising stars, entrepreneurs, and creatives making major moves in society. Today's guest is no stranger to that. He is not also a visionary. He's a businessman. He's also the founder of a growing fashion brand, and literally it's taken over the world. He's got a beautiful distribution set up. He's out there in Vegas. He goes by the name of Rodney Rakestraw, but we're going to talk about Dafamed Onez, aka DFO. If you didn't know, that's my guy. What's up, Rodney? How you feeling, man?
What's going on? I'm feeling great, man. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, man. Welcome to the platform. Let's talk platform. I got a lot of great questions for you. People tapping into the episode, submitting questions as well. Dafamed Onez in itself, this brand, this entity, I know kind of where it correlates from, but for the fans who are listening to you for the first time, what inspired you to create this brand? And definitely the name. I think the name is significant as well. Dafamed Onez, and the way you spell it is also cool as well. So for those who listening for the first time, can you let them know what inspired you to create the brand?
Well, the inspiration comes from me and my business partner. We didn't really want to work for anybody else, and we want to step out on faith and be entrepreneurs and make our own money and make our own way to make our own rules. But that's where the Dafamed Onez come from. You know, the name itself, it's spelled Dafamed Onez, not the Famed Onez. So it correlates from where I had got it from the dictionary. And I was looking up names and everything like that, and I was like, okay, everything's important when it comes to a name, you know. And long story short, Dafamed Onez is when somebody, you know, beat down your character, tell lies on you, and they hope that you don't recover from that.
I see.
But when you wear something like DFO, aka Dafamed Onez, it tells people that not only that you're rising above what people rising above what people said about you, but also you're making a statement, because we make statement pieces more than anything. And it's basically saying you're too dope for others and the lies that they told on you.
Nice.
So that's where DFO comes from, aka Dafamed Onez. And if you break it down, it's too dope for others. So that's where it comes from.
That's
we
what's up.
We make sure when somebody puts our brand on, they're not only feeling confident about it, but they know they're making a statement when they wear a certain piece or they wear something that's from us. So they know when somebody see it, they're gonna be like, oh, that's dope.
Yeah. That's what's up.
It's too dope for others. And you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
that's right. Did you ever always see yourself in this fashion industry, or did this like come from somewhere unexpected, or how's that work?
Well, it started with, like I said, goes back to my business partner, and we, you know, they wanted to start it off as birthday shirts. But I'm like, yeah, we ain't doing that. If we gonna do something, we gonna make sure it's gonna count. You know what I mean? I want to make sure to leave a mark on this business. I'm not here just to be a fly by night and just say I did something or say I had something. I want to make sure to stand the test of time when it comes down to it. And with anything, it's like, you know, you just have to build it brick by brick. You know? And you got to accept those losses, and you also got to accept those wins, but you learn from both.
That's what's up.
That's where I want to make sure that DFO, it stands above everything else. Not saying that we're better than everybody else, just saying we want to make sure we can compete with everybody else and stand above everything that comes with this game.
That's what's up. I love that your brand too is about giving a voice to, you know, the unspoken and giving and creating a sense of identity for those. What kind of message do you want people to feel when they wear your brand, when they endorsing your product, when they literally telling people about it? What's the type of message you want to convey to the listeners or to those who literally stamp and co-sign your brand?
Confidence.
I like that. That's good.
Confidence is key.
Mhm.
Confidence is very key when it comes to anything. But I want to make sure when they put this on, they're putting on something that represents the people.
Mm.
It's like when somebody buys a pair of shoes.
Mhm.
You know how confident you feel. You feel like you can conquer the world,
Yeah.
and that's how I want people to feel when they put on something of ours. They know it's a one of one, or they know it's something that's going to stand out with wherever they go. That's what I want to have. That's the effect I want to have.
Mhm.
It's not something that you earn overnight. It's something that you put in time to. So when
Mm.
people know you put in time into it and they see it and they like, okay, yeah, I can wear this with confidence
I
and
see.
say, yeah, yeah, I got this off of this website, or I got this out of this store. I know the person. He actually
Uh,
is, he talked to me, or whatever the case is.
mhm.
And, they can wear DFO, or AKA Dafamed Onez,
Mhm.
with not only pride but with confidence.
Mm.
Confidence is key on everything you do.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
that's what I take out of that.
That's what's up. Do you feel like fashion today is kind of missing authenticity? Is that something that you like literally centered on and to bring it back? A lot of your stuff comes directly from you as a source, as a meaning. It's intentional. Do you think fashion industry right now is kind of lacking that, or is this kind of people copying people? What do you see when you, I know you see a lot because that's your industry, but I'm very curious to how you kind of assess it.
Well, I mean, it's different lanes for different age
Different
groups.
lanes. Okay.
Different lanes for different age groups.
Okay. Okay.
And DFO doesn't have an age group. We
Mm-hmm.
have we have our own lane, just like anybody does. But we don't go and try to jump in somebody else's lane, or try to jump in a different genre of a youth group, because what's moving is moving. I mean, fashion is fashion regardless,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
but we're not into the, oh, they're doing that, so we're gonna do that. We
Mm.
don't do that. We don't we
Gotcha.
don't grab from that.
Mm-hmm.
I grab a lot from and I studied a lot from Dapper Dan.
Ah.
Dap is the reason for a lot of us young entrepreneurs
Mm-hmm.
and even older entrepreneurs that's in this fashion game.
Mm-hmm.
It's because of Dap. You
Mm.
know, Dap was the one that was unapologetic to a lot of
Mm.
things, that when it came to fashion, he was unapologetic. They said, "Yo, you can't, we don't want you at Gucci." He said, "Well, I'm gonna buy the print and make Gucci myself."
Wasn't it amazing?
Yo, so you know,
Groundbreaking for
like,
real.
yeah,
Yeah.
I take a lot of that from that.
I
Fashion
see.
has no boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
If you put yourself in a box, you're gonna always remain in that box. We always want to think outside the box and want to make sure that when people buy our stuff, like I said, it's a statement piece.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you stand above it, and when you stand above what people see, that's
Mm-hmm.
what they're gonna want. So that's exactly what we give the people. You know.
Nice, nice. Let's talk about what you're pushing right now. We got several things, of course. You talked
Hmm.
about the spring collections, right? The weather's
Yes, sir.
about to break. That's coming up too, followed by the fall and winter. But what can we expect right now from these drops that's coming up from you, coming up in this new season that we're approaching on?
Well, the next drops that we got coming up is basically pretty much we have some basketball jerseys we're putting out. We're
Mm-hmm.
going to be putting out a lot of lady wear as well, and that's one of the main focal points I want to focus on, is more for the females and making sure they are part of DFO as well. So
Mm-hmm.
we're studying more, and I'm putting more effort and a lot more passion behind that as well. So
Mm-hmm.
there's going to be throwback jersey dresses that we're going to do. We're going to pull from pretty much the 80s and the 90s and bring it all together as one. So
Mm.
so that's pretty much what we're studying and focusing on right now. We have also the website being built, It's going to
Nice.
be the website is going to be all year round. It's already up, but it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be all year round. So it's going to be, if say for instance you live in Alaska, right, and you want a hoodie,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not hoodie season, you can come to our website and you can get a hoodie.
In
You
season
know,
and out of season.
yeah, it doesn't
Gotcha.
matter.
Okay. Okay.
You know, we want to make sure the people get DFO no matter what season it is. You know, it'll
That's dope.
be in season in stores and all year round on the website. You know,
Okay.
so that's what we going for.
And I seen something correct me if I'm wrong. The leather hoodie? The leather hoodie? Did I see the leather? I was
Yes,
like, oh, okay,
yes,
that's
we work.
bold.
Yeah, we man, definitely it's definitely bold. And I'm gonna tell you,
Okay.
the idea for that was
Uh-huh.
I seen it on a 1995 or 96 music video, and I
Mm.
was like, you know what?
Mm.
I'm gonna see if I could pull this off.
Mm.
And with today's generation, it's kind of, it's kind of like that's like unk material. But see,
What'd you say, Unc?
right,
You
right.
said-
You
okay,
can
good.
see the dude and waiting to exhale with
Okay.
in the summertime wearing that type of deal.
I see.
But if you really think about it, anything that was 90s, early 2000s, or late 80s, it's all coming back, but it's coming back with a different twist.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that's what we represent that. That's what we represent more than anything else.
Ah, are you leaning towards like streetwear, luxury, or you kind of blending both worlds together? Is that
It's
kind of
it's ghetto fabulous, baby.
there you go. Okay, now I
It's ghetto
understand. Okay,
fabulous. It's
okay.
ghetto fabulous. You can either wear it to a wedding or you can wear it to a basketball game. But either way,
Gotcha.
you're gonna stand out and make a statement for yourself.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You mentioned something also earlier as well that was definitely powerful. Being a professional businessman, right? That this industry and always learning the new fashion and new trends. What does professionalism mean to you in this business world? Because there's a lot of cutthroat stuff going on, and people stealing your designs and your patterns and this and that, and knowing who to do business with. So how do you maneuver in an industry that's kind of known for taking your idea and mimicking and twisting it and calling it theirs? How do you go about that?
Being honest.
Mm,
You know,
hmm.
you got to be honest in everything you do,
Yeah,
regardless of what it is. And if they copying something, you're doing something right.
there you
You know,
go.
you you
Hmm.
can't you can't hate on the next man for doing something that you're doing.
Hmm.
You just got to do it better. You know,
There you go. There you go.
and it's like everybody want to be like Mike, but everybody ain't got the passion like Mike.
Nah,
You
you're
know what
right.
I mean?
You're right.
So it's all about the passion and the blueprint of what you lay down
Hmm.
on your foundation on how you want to run your business.
Hmm.
If you in somebody else's business, you ain't doing your business.
There you go.
So
Hmm.
you have to stay positive, and not only positive, you got to be honest with everything that you do in business, because business will expose who you really are,
There you
and not
go.
only as a person, but as your character.
Hmm.
So you have to make sure that whatever you're doing, just do it honest.
Gotcha.
Because if not, it's gonna expose you. You
Mm.
know, it's gonna expose you, regardless of how you want to look at it. It will expose you.
It will
So
expose you. Hmm.
being honest up front and being 100 with yourself and 100 with your team.
Mm.
That's the most important part.
Team. Hmm.
Is keeping it 100 with your team. You gonna always win.
Gotcha.
But if you can't be 100 with your team, you gonna lose.
You
You
say,
gonna lose. You gonna lose bad.
you say you're gonna lose.
Yeah, you're gonna lose bad because if one teammate or one team member don't believe in you,
Hmm.
nobody else will.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Especially if
true.
you're dishonest.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know?
That's what's up, man. You mentioned this, and this is definitely I want to pinpoint on your growth and vision and the future endeavors that you got, which I think is really dope. You mentioned also getting into stores soon, which is a big step, of course. How
Yep.
does that feel to kind of move from online to physical retail to move into that? That takes a time. That's process. You got to really kind of analyze, scale, look at things, look at
Yeah,
numbers, crunch things. How does that work out for you, Rodney?
It is a challenge, but we've been in stores before.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
want to give a big shout out to Super James and Larry for that at Almighty Originals and Fashion Show Mall.
Mm-hmm.
And they they still believe in our vision. They
That's good.
still, they're waiting on us to come back and everything. And the numbers have to be right.
I see.
With anything in that you do,
Mm-hmm.
you got to make sure you're 100% all the way in. You know,
Mm.
and if you're not, sometimes you may cross that finish line, but you can't finish the race.
That's what's up. Mm-hmm.
So you got to make sure you finish the race completely. Just crossing the finish line is fine, but if you can finish the race all the way, then you're fine.
That's it right
Then
there.
then
Yeah.
you then you're building something. But if
Mm.
you only do like one or two drops and then everything else is dropping, how are you gonna keep the people satisfied?
Can't sustain it.
Right,
That's
exactly.
what's
So
up.
it's a shaky foundation.
Yeah.
So you got to have a solid foundation
Mm-hmm.
to make sure you have a solid result.
That's what's
And
up.
that's what I've learned in my past.
Gotcha.
You can go in stores and that's fine. You can do the whole nine with that.
Mm-hmm.
But how's your foundation after that?
After
If
that.
if that foundation is shaky, everything else is going to break.
Yeah. And we live in, it's funny you say that, Rodney, because we live in a time now where it's really direct to consumer. People
Right.
want the product straight from the source.
Right.
The more it gets transferred, the more it get turned around, the more it's getting taxed, it's getting billed, and then the value has to go up. So we living in a different time, especially right now. Even with the music, you just look at the digital
Oh yeah.
streaming. They like, look, I can get this thing for 99 cents. I'm gonna cop it right now. I don't have to
Right.
wait in the stores. I don't have to do this. So times is definitely different. There is definitely a nostalgia for physical product.
Right.
But people value that more now. It's like I can get it directly from you. You're actually saving me less of a hassle, less of a stress, and I can get it directly from the source. Build that customer rapport with you.
I mean, I think the passion.
Mm.
I think the passion is where a lot of that is missing. I
That's
think
good.
I
That's
think
good.
a lot of that has to do with passion,
I see.
with the consumer and also with the person that's making it. If you don't have passion in it, it's not gonna go far.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You'll only be there for a limited time because most people they're looking for the dollar. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
instead of looking further down the line. Like you ask somebody where they're going to be in the next 5 years, if they're an entrepreneur, they're going to say, "Hopefully, I'm rich." No, that's not always the case. If you're
Yeah.
not willing to put in 5 years worth of free work, you might
You
as well
might not
just
even
go.
exactly.
You might as well not start.
Yeah, you're
We've
right.
been doing this five
For
years.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
We've been doing this since COVID. So we started in COVID and we just took our time.
Mm-hmm.
You,
Mm-hmm.
we learned like everybody else. What's gonna work, what's not gonna work, who do we want to target.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to fashion, once again, fashion has no age limit.
There you go.
If it's hot, it's hot,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of what color it is, what's on the shirt. If somebody want it, somebody's gonna buy it, and if it's trends, then everybody buys it.
There you go.
So, but the thing is, how do you remain hot? You know, you have a lot of one-hit fashion wonders, and then you have the ones who've been in this game forever. You
Mm-hmm.
have the Levi's, you have the Tommies, you have Gucci, you have all these people that's been in this industry for a very, very long time. So how do you compete with that?
Mm-hmm.
And you want to be in competition with these people, so you got to know how to play ball,
There you
you
go.
know, and you got to know how to have passion with playing ball. You just
Mm.
can't be out there dribbling your ball and, oh, I got this for sale. But how are you gonna do that if you're not promoting yourself and putting passion behind what you believe
There you go. Final question for you, Rodney, before we wrap it up, bro. What's
in?
the best way for people to contact you? If they want to collab with you, they want to do partnerships, affiliate marketing, sponsors. We got all kinds of ways where people can literally do things with brands right now. Find a question for you, tie that all in a knot for them, let them know where and how to contact you for those type of endeavors and partnerships.
You can reach us on d1z.2020. That's the Instagram page. We're always available. Even on TikTok as well is Dafamed Onez with number 1 at the end. And lastly, you can reach us on Facebook as well, which is Dafamed Onez as well. I would like to give out some shout outs if that's okay.
Yep.
Big shout out to my boy Super James, Larry from Almighty, Rick G from Hot 97, Ali Spoon, and my boy Leo, who just passed away, R.I.P., and my boy Jip, R.I.P. to him. And the ones who always support us, they know what it is. Much love and respect. And without those people, the vision wouldn't happen. You know, I always say, without the consumer, none of this happens. And, you know, without a strong team, also shout out to the creator. That's the one who always makes it happen for us, because she is always behind that machine working. You know, everything that you see, it comes from my place to the world.
That's
it doesn't, we don't have, we do everything from scratch. So she does. So without that, it doesn't happen. It doesn't move. I'm just the face, but most importantly, she's the brains and the operation behind this.
There you go. Once again, this is Rodney Rakestraw, founder of Dafamed Onez, aka DFO. And make sure y'all check him out on the next upcoming issue of Stardom 101 magazine. My guy is going to be on the front cover. We got some more stuff that's going to be inside that edition. Look out for him. Make sure y'all stay tuned for the website as he's working on that as well. The drops, a lot of drops, as you can see, he's working on those. And we got a bunch of new projects in the queue as well. Once again, this is Stardom 101 magazine. My guy, Rodney Rakestraw, is in the building. We be back next week, same place, different episodes, different guests, just like this. It's Stardom 101 magazine. We are out. Peace.
Are you on the rise to stardom? Well, get featured in the next issue of Stardom 101 magazine and promote your business or products today. Text MAG to 804-550-8647 or visit stardom101mag.net.
You're listening to the Stardom 101 magazine podcast with Christopher Boykin. Be sure to subscribe and download this episode, and continue to listen to Stardom on iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts.